but I'm with Tremonti for the Waterhouse Bot team to take out the Maribyrnong on trial.
Shining Smile with 50 metres to go. Tremonti's fighting back. Shining Smile. Tremonti's coming back and worries it out of it. Off the canvas. Tremonti from Shining Smile and price tag.
But I'm with Via Sistina. Come on, Via. Be a good horse and take out the Turnbull Stakes.
Via Sistina and Buckaroo are coming together. Buckaroo and Via Sistina. Via Sistina and Buckaroo. Via Sistina. A terrific win beat Buckaroo. LES third from Duke de Cesar. Revolutionary Miss just in front of Miss Aria. It's going to be close. Revolutionary Miss has just won the last.
Hello everyone and welcome to my preview for 2024 Caulfield Guineas Day, one of my favourite days on the racing calendar. Can't wait to find the winners. Wall of Fame, we missed last week so I forgot to bring out the photo, but Pride of Jenny and Via Sistina are going up next to each other, so we've officially filled 2 rows, which was good, so that'll keep ticking over as the Spring Carnival progresses. Let's get on with the tips now. Race 1. Race 1 is a benchmark 80 over the 1700 metres. Sabin is the favourite at $3 I should say. Nails Murphy, second favourite at $4.60. La Zebra is at $7. Nearing Liberty is at $9.50 and longer odds the rest. This was the last start run of Nails Murphy at Caulfield behind Regal Zeus, where it settled just in behind the 2 leaders, peeled out late and just missed the leader. This horse is racing very consistently, hasn't missed the top 3 in its last 5 starts, is rock hard fit, draws gate 4 for another cozy run on speed. Jayla Kennedy claims at 2 kilos, bringing it down to the 60 kilos. I'm confident that this horse will be running well. I'm not too confident on this race to say that Nails Murphy is definitely going to win, but I think it'll probably be running top 3. I'm confident on that. So Nails Murphy for me. In for second, I've got Extreme Virtue. This horse is made at 2 on the bounce, can go 3 in a row. It's up in class, but Craig Williams rides. In for third, I've got Sabin. This horse was a good winner first up at Flemington, over 1400 metres, up in distance suits. We'll need some luck off that inside gate though. And Flash Feeling, I think fourth up now, is ready to do something. Ryan Houston takes the 3 kilos off. I just don't know about gate 13 and how far it'll have to get back. But I'm in the quarter of Nails Murphy to take out the first on Caulfield Guineas Day. Race 2 is the 3-year-old fillies set weights plus penalties race over the 1200 metres. I Am Velvet is the favourite at $4.50 ahead of Erno's Cube, who is close at $4.60, as is Kira Yanagi at $4.60. Keepsake, the first starter, is at $5.50. Silmarillion is at $7 and longer odds the rest. This was the last start trial of Keepsake. I'm pretty sure it was at Ararat, but I could be wrong. Went straight to the front, won this trial by 6 lengths. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if it happens on Saturday, if it just goes to the front and they can't catch it. Looks like a real pocket rocket. There doesn't look to be too many out-and-out leaders in the race, so I think from gate 10, Mark Zara can fly across with it and settle in the lead on the fence, and they might not catch it. Tony and Calvin McAvoy usually place their horses pretty well, so the fact that they've brought this horse at its debut run into a race like this on such a big day appeals to me, as this horse could be a really good horse. So got Keepsake on top ahead of I Am Velvet, who I think could be anything, is undefeated in its career. Looks to map well from gate 3. It can get the job done, although I think it'll be better over further. I think it's working towards 1,000 guineas. In for third, I should say, Symphony of Colour. I've already had something each way on this horse. I reckon third up can settle closer in the run for Damien Lane and up in distance suits. Way over the odds. Wouldn't be surprised if it won. And then Erno's Cube will be running on well from the back and has shown it's a classy horse. I'm with Keepsake, the first starter, in race number 2. Race 3 is the Group 3 Northwood Plume Stakes over the 1200 metres for the mares. A Little Deep is the favourite at $3.40 ahead of Extra 2, who's at $6.50. Aviatrix is at $7 ahead of Kundalini, who's at $7.50. Charmstone, the toppy, is at $9.50 and longer odds the rest. A Little Deep comes through this run at Caulfield, won by Kundalini also featuring Moesha and Shame and a couple of others that I didn't highlight, only Kundalini and A Little Deep I highlighted. Kundalini, a very good winner, but I'm with A Little Deep. I think A Little Deep can turn the tables. Mark Zara goes on A Little Deep, draws gate 2, which I think is good at this stage of the day, can get a nice cozy run on speed, and if it gets a gap, it'll be powering home, whereas Kundalini was in the best ground last start, and A Little Deep was on the inferior ground, but even though they've drawn similar spots again, Kundalini in gate 12 and A Little Deep in gate 2, it's race 3 on the day on Saturday, not race 10 like it was last time. So I think A Little Deep can turn the tables on Kundalini, although I think they're both very good chances. I've got A Little Deep just ahead of Kundalini. In for third, I've got Moesha. This horse returned well first up, I thought, in that A Little Deep race, and I think it'll be running on from the back, and it can sneak into a place. And Shame in for fourth. I thought it was over the odds at $34. Will be right up on speed and is rock hard fit. But I like A Little Deep in the Northwood Plume Stakes. Race 4 is the Group 3 Ladies' Day Vars over the 1,600 metres. Another race for the mares. City of Lights is the favourite at $4.80 ahead of... Well, we've got 3 horses at $5.50 at the moment. Grinzinger Bell, See You in Heaven, and Lady Jones are all at $5.50, and longer odds the rest. This was the last start run of See You in Heaven, also featuring a very impressive Grinzinger Bell. Now, with See You in Heaven on Saturday, I think fourth up, it's ready to peak. Has had a jump out in between this run and Saturdays, which I like. Draws gate 8, so I reckon can settle midfield. One off the fence for Craig Williams. Peeling into the race late. It's a track and distance winner, so it can handle Caulfield and the 1,600 metre start at Caulfield, and I think it can get the job done. Minor query is that Grinzinger Bell has had a run since this race we just took a look at, so it might be a little bit fitter, and See You in Heaven might have felt the effects of the heavy track more, but I've got 0.5 units to win on See You in Heaven. I think it's a classy horse. In for second, I've got City of Lights. I had this horse on top for most of my form doing, but switched to See You in Heaven late. I think it can win City of Lights. Gate 2 can settle on speed for James McDonald. Joseph Pride brings it south. I don't like horses second up switching states very much, and that's something that probably put me off, but yeah, I'm probably overthinking it. It'll probably come out and win, but we'll see what happens. Lady Jones, very good run last start behind Al Safina at the Valley. Third up, ready to peak, and Grinzinger Bell will fly across from gate 14, lead, and we'll see what it's capable of. But I like See You in Heaven in the Ladies' Day Vars. Race 5 is the listed Weekend Hustler Stakes over the 1,400 metres. The favourite is Jimmy Star at $2.20 ahead of Coast Watch, who's out to $8.50 from $7.50, and then longer odds the rest. Another Wil wins this race, but it's not his race. I'm highlighting Run Harry Run. I was very impressed with this horse's first up effort, although it fell on top of Another Wil basically and nearly cost Another Wil the race. I thought it did well to only get beaten by 2 1/4 lengths by the favourite for the Group 1 Toorak. Second up, will strip fitter on Saturday, drops down from the 58.5 kilos to the 55 kilos. Gate 5 is ideal, it can get a cozy run just in behind the speed. Stackhouse on. I think this horse is way over the odds at $13. It had some good form going back to last prep where it beat Arkansas Kid and the likes. So I like Run Harry Run. I reckon it's over the odds on Saturday. In for second, I've got Coast Watch. This horse should be right on speed from the gate. Mark Zara on. Beat Jimmy Star last preparation, so I've got it in for second. Jimmy Star, although I think it's a good winning chance and is proven at Caulfield and the 1,400 metres, I thought it was well found. It was kind to me last start when it flew at over the 1,100 metres and won. So it can do the same thing again on Saturday, but I won't be on it. And then in there for fourth, I got the Inferno. Thought its first up run was decent, up in distance suits, but just draws a tad wide for me out in gate 15. But I like, what's its name? Run Harry Run to take out the Weekend Hustler Stakes, hopefully at the price. Race 6 is the Group 2 Herbert Power Stakes over the 2,400 metres. 2 equal favourites up the top, Post Impressionist, and how about this? Hurricane, $11 into $5.50 into favouritism. Gear Up, third favourite at $6. Dashing Duchess, fourth favourite at $8, and then longer odds the rest. Fancy Man and Gear Up come out of the Group 3 Naturalism Stakes at Caulfield. won by Positivity. I'm with Fancy Man on Saturday. Settled 3 wide no cover in this race. First up off a year break. Now second up will Strip Fitter. Draws gate 2 for a cozy run in behind the speed. I've said that a lot today. And I think those two things can take it to a win. Looks to have returned really well this preparation. And I'm happy to have it on top and 0.5 units to win at $10. In for second, Gear Up from gate 12 should settle on speed. Third up is Ready to Peak. It can win. In for third, I've got La Donda V, the toppy. This horse can get back to somewhat of its best. I didn't mind its first up run in the Naturalism Stakes, and I think we'll Strip Fitter for that run. Mark Zara goes on. And then in there for fourth, Post Impressionist. Very classy horse. If it's at its best, it should be winning. My thoughts on Hurricane, I thought it'd have to prove itself because it won a benchmark 70 last start. But it's got real X-Factor placement. 1,600 metres first up winner, straight up to the 2,400 second up, and drops 7.5 kilos in weight. So it can win, but I like Fancy Man in the Herbert Power. It's that time of the week. It's last man standing. Geordie and Sammy won something last week. First Settler won for Geordie and Revolutionary Miss won for Sammy, and the rest of us are battling. Let's move on to what we're doing this week. Starting with Geordie, is having $100 to place on Hellbent on You up there in Sydney. Sammy is going to have, well, there's a lot there, so you can pause it if you want to have a look at it. I won't reel them all off. Cole is having Craig. I nearly got them switched around. 25 each way on Craig and 25 each way. I forget the other horse. I'm having 100 the win on Antino. That's a big spoiler alert in the last for the Toorak. Braden is going to have an all-up as well as 25 each way on Carla Poor and the Might and Power. I know that he's a big fan of Vow and Declare, so if you've got the numbers wrong, Braden, just message and let me know. And then Sky High Horse Racing. He has gone for just a big all-up. Keepsake, the first starter. Mr Brightside, Broadsiding, and Mornington Glory. So that's what we're doing for Last Man Standing this week. We switch from the Herbert Power to the Might and Power Stakes. Group 1, 2,000 metre weight for age. Mr Brightside is the favourite at $1.60, ahead of a Tissue, who's at $5 and looks the biggest danger to the favourite. Denied Knowledge, $8.50, third favourite, and longer odds the rest. I tried to find something to get him beat, but I couldn't. This was his last start run. Mr Brightside at the Valley in the Fian Stakes behind Pride of Jenny. Very good run considering he was 10 lengths off her at about the 600 metres. Made up a lot of ground. Now, a lot of people will be querying this horse over 2,000 metres. It's 0 from 5 at the 2,000 metres. But a similar sort of thing happened in the Might and Power last year. The favourite was Alligator Blood. We didn't really know if he would handle the 2,000 metres. But he was just the best horse in the race, and he handled the 2,000 metres. Also, last year, there was a mare in that race called Duas, who started $5. A Tissue is also $5 at the moment. Duas had to get right back to last. A Tissue from that gate looks like it'll have to get right back to last. So, a few similarities there. If history can repeat, Mr Brightside should be winning this race from gate 1. Should settle just in behind the leaders, whoever they may be. And it should be putting in a bold performance like he always does. A Tissue in there for second will be flying from the back. On the week back up, it worked last preparation or 2 preparations ago where it won the Champion Stakes off the week back up. In for third, Jenny Lala. Don't necessarily think she's the third best chance in the race, but Kieran Ma, a very good placer of his horses in races, so I'm not sure why he would throw this horse who ran 7th last start in a mare's Group 2 race up to Group 1 weight for age. So he must think it's improved out of the blue. And then in there for 4th, I've got Denied Knowledge. This horse was good first up in the Underwood and will be fitted for that performance. I'm with Mr Brightside to take out the first of the Group 1s. Race 8 is the feature. It's the Group 1 Caulfield Guineas for the 3-year-olds over the 1,600 metres. Broadsiding is the favourite at $1.50, ahead of Mayfair at $7.50, $9.50 for Angel Capital, and longer odds the rest. The Golden Rose features Broadsiding, Mayfair, and Tropicus. Now, Broadsiding was the first horse ever to win the Golden Rose first up. Mayfair was very good in defeat, but out of this race, I have to be with Broadsiding. I've got Broadsiding on top on Saturday. I don't necessarily think he's a moral, but I think he should be winning this race. From gate 9, should settle I'm not sure what J-Mac will do, whether he'll push forward and risk getting trapped 3 wide no cover like he did on the Autumn Sun, or whether he'll go back, try and get in the 3 wide line and blend into the race. So I'm not sure what he'll do there, but regardless, I think it's good enough to win. As I said earlier in the preview, I don't necessarily like horses second up switching states, but that's my only minor reservation on why he's not a moral. But he should, like I said, he should still be good enough to win. I've got him on top ahead of Evaporate, who's won its last 4, won the Stud Stakes, which is what Griff won last year, then went on to win the Caulfield Guineas. So I think Evaporate should be second favourite. Mayfair in there for third, was close to Broadsiding last start, should roll forward from the gate and be hard to beat. And Feroce at a bit of a price, was very good through the line last start in the Caulfield Guineas Prelude. He's way over the odds at $46, up to the 1600 metres suits. Broadsiding on top for me in the Caulfield Guineas. Race 9 is the Group 2 Scalacci Stakes over the 1100 metres. The favourite is Mornington Glory. The last start Group 1 Moya winner is at $4 ahead of Recommendation, who's at $4.50. Kalos is at $5. Then you've got Oscar's Fortune first up, coming over from WA at $6. $7.50 for both Star Patrol and Bellatrix Star. And longer odds the rest. This was the last start run of Kalos and 2-back Recommendation. Now, I was with Kalos on this occasion, and he couldn't get past Recommendation, but on this day, Kalos was first up, Recommendation was third up. I think Race Fitness told late where Recommendation was able to stave off Kalos. I think Kalos now second up will be fitter, has had a little trial in between runs. James McDonald goes on, which I really like. From gate 1 can settle. I'm hoping box seat, and if it gets luck in the straight, it'll be running really well, and I've got 0.75 units to win on it on Saturday. I'm sticking with it, and I hope it gets the job done on Saturday. In for second, I've got Mornington Glory. This horse, last start Moya winner, brings the class. From gate 5, should settle right there on speed and be hard to beat again. Recommendation in for third. This horse has won 3 of its last 4 and should be running well again. And then in there for fourth, Star Patrol absolutely flies fresh. Might lead and they might not catch it. I've got it in there for fourth. But I like Kalos to take out the Scalacci Stakes, race number 9. Race 10 is the Group 1 Toorak Handicap over the 1600 metres. Another Will is the favourite at $2.80 ahead of Antino, who's at $4.80. Desert Lightning out to $7. Then you've got $9 for Craig and out to $9.50 for Orchestral. And longer odds the rest. Now, this was the last start run of Antino in the Fee Stakes, and it is my best of the day, Antino, at Caulfield on Saturday. I just think this horse has run its last 3 races in the PB Lawrence, Memsey Stakes, and the Fee Stakes. You can't get much better than that. Sorry, the Memsey Stakes, the Maccabi Diva Stakes, and the Fee Stakes. You can't get much better than that. It's been facing Pride of Jenny and Mr Brightside all prep. Now it comes back to a handicap race where it's in with 55.5 kilos, which I think is ideal. Gate 8, I think is ideal. Can settle midfield, 1 off the inside. Blake Shin takes the ride. Was oh so close in this race last year. I just think it'll win. I just have a feeling Antino is just going to come out and win on Saturday. I've got it on top ahead of Desert Lightning, who should roll forward from gate 11, and I think third up will be fitter for that run or that win in the Sandown Stakes and run an even better race. In for third, Wishlaw Lass. This horse faced Another Wil last start. Only got beaten a length and a half, but settled 3 wide, no cover the trip. So I think it appeals at the $23 more than what Another Wil does at the $2.80. Also, Wishlaw Lass was first up on that day compared to Another Wil second up. So I think Wishlaw Lass takes more fitness benefit out of that run. Another Wil in there for fourth. I won't be disappointed if he wins because I'm on him in the Futures Bet series at $7. But I just think he's a big boy. Gate 1, I know he overcame it last start, but there's a lot more horses in this race. He's going to be probably trapped, and other jockeys will be mindful of where Another Wil is, and I just think he'll need everything to go right. Also, he won a benchmark 100, won a listed race. Antino, as I said, comes through Group 1, Group 1, Group 2, and they're both carrying basically the same weight. So as I said, I just have a feeling. I just have this feeling Antino will win. If Another Wil wins, it'll probably make me look stupid. But like I said, I won't be too fussed because I got him in the Futures Bet series. Antino for me in the Toorak Handicap. Give him strength. Now it's time for the quaddie. Last week's quaddie only lost by about a neck because Point King lost by a neck to Just Fine, and we got every other leg, so we were oh so close. I've gone very wide in this week's quaddie. Basically, I'm setting it up as if the two favourites in the first two legs of the quaddie get rolled, Mr Brightside and Broadsiding, it means my quaddie is still alive, and I hope I get this one. So race 7, 1 Mr Brightside, 5 a Tissue, 6 to 9 Knowledge, 7 Jenny Lala, and 8 Coco's Sun. In the Caulfield Guineas, 1 Broadsiding, 3 Evaporate, 4 Angel Capital, 5 Mayfair, and 8 Feroce. In the Scalacci Stakes, 2 Mornington Glory, 3 Recommendation, 4 Kalos, 5 Stapati, 6 Star Patrol, and 9 Bellatrix Star, leaving out Oscar's Fortune, so we'll all know what's going to happen. And then in there for the last race is 1 Desert Lightning, 3 Antino, 4 Another Wil, 7 El Safina, 11 Magnus Spin, 12 Osipenko, and 13 Wishlaw Lass. Hopefully I can get the quaddie this week. Thank you everyone for watching my preview of Group 1 Caulfield Guineas Day. It's about a 2.5 unit spend this week. If any one of my unit plays win, make a profit again, and last week was a good week because we made a profit off Tremonti, so that was good. Hopefully the same can happen on Saturday. Thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully I found you a winner. Hopefully you back a winner. Until next week's preview, bye for now.